Alright. Opening with a quick Steadicam shot long take, consider my interest piqued. Ha! Tough for your worst fears to kill you when you're knocked unconscious. Spoilers. Did I say spoilers? Yeah, I said it.
An F5 tornado touched down on your reservation.
Maybe you weren't 100% sure Dr. Reyes was fibbing a bit, but you might have noticed the claw marks on the trailer that were there just in case the growling and roaring wasn't enough to confirm it.
Something was chasing us!
What?
And Dr. Reyes genuinely wants to know since she doesn't know what Dani's powers are yet.
I think this may be yours.
But something tells me she might have a few guesses. What happened to this guy? Did he die while waiting for the New Mutants to be released? Oh, stop it. Even I'm tired of that joke.
Do you know what mutants are?
But if there's one thing that carries over to Disney, as much as I love origin stories, let's just keep the world in the know about mutants. It's refreshing here, and it's that thing I always talk about where we're all on the same page, and it feels nice.
The man I work for has a way of recognizing new mutants the moment their condition reveals itself.
Most of us knew it wasn't going to be Xavier, but she plays it just coy enough that you could almost be tricked into thinking you know something no one else knows. But then comic readers immediately knew it was Mr. Sinister when they saw the name in the hospital.
Nothing can hurt you in here, Dani.
That's something people say who have numbered tombstones outside.
He asked me to show him, so I changed. Beat me about half to death. Said I was a witch.
Casual reminder that Maisie Williams is a phenomenal actor, and while her final arc in GOT wasn't my biggest complaint, she could have carried the finale way more than she did, and she's just awesome, that is all.
What kind of Indian are you?
Cheyenne.
Wasn't actually asking.
And it's not Anya Taylor-Joy's fault that I don't believe Beth Harmon would be this mean, but either way, it does hurt to hate her. And by the end, she has my emotions all over the place.
Aww, this isn't the hospital, Pocahontas.
The racism makes hating her a little easier, though. So this is Rain attempting to warn Dani about the wall? She was looking out for her right from the beginning.
A fall from here would mess you up. It would kill me.
I mean, maybe, but also maybe not. So as much as Rain saves her life, she also saves her a potentially livable but really painful and life-changing fall.
I'm all alone. There's two people up here. You call me a nobody.
Ah, the old no, I'm the real victim here, reverse psychology ledge talk down. I mean, also a girl is no one. Also hugging.
You can blast off. 0 to 100 like a cannonball.
Better than being a husk or hayseed, I suppose. The numbers here show that Magic was the first one captured, then Wolfsbane, then Cannonball, and Sunspot must have been the last one before Mirage. It's a simple thing, but the implication here is that this isn't Reyes watching the kids. Look at the shape of the person standing in front of the monitors. Not only is she sitting, but her reflection would move around the screen since she has individual monitors for each patient.
Every time your shirt gets dirty, you just throw it away.
Here. It's all yours.
Generosity. Stained, dirty shirt generosity, but generosity nonetheless.
Oh, jeez. I got it.
Can he see in the dark because he's made of sun spots? Look, your first mistake was mining for blood in the rocks, but all things considered, I kind of like that the worst fear or nightmare isn't always something classically scary. Reliving the day Sam accidentally killed his dad would be terrifying and a nightmare, and the pain of getting smashed around isn't the reason he's upset. Rain just awkwardly watching the Buffy kiss over and over and no one seems to care anymore, also love shadowing.
16 years old and doesn't even know her power. This is therapy!
Get your hands off me.
Or you'll what?
Now that she's gone pure evil, Beth is gone, only Magic remains, even willing to murder her.
I'll see you in the morning.
I'll see you in hell.
So Ileana can go to limbo and maybe Lockheed can take people to hell?
Go to our special place, okay?
So how do they decide on whose special place to go to? Seriously though, I think it's actually telling Ileana doesn't consider teleporting out of solitary because she might even feel safer in there. Her real story is about trauma, and trauma steals your power. Ah, the old snow to blood to black hole bear trick. Dani really should focus on that meditation and clearing her mind. Okay, now we know for sure since Reyes is right there.
But we need to do more tests to find out what it is.
Ah, so is there an it mutant gene?
When they first got their powers, chances are they hurt someone.
Well, only Rogue. And Cyclops. And Jean, I guess. Oh, and Wolverine. Yeah, becoming a mutant sucks for your loved ones.
That's why new mutants are dangerous.
Well, they were new 4 years ago. What did I say about the release date, Joe?
Who's there?
I don't understand. Scottish preachers don't know about werewolves? I mean, lucky for her, the brand can go either way. Lucky. Oh, you like the youth are sick and there is no cure? Name all their albums.
How many girls you been with?
Like I can even remember. Fine. 3.
No, look. Why not?
I get too hot.
So these mutants are also sort of about puberty, but instead of some awkward moments, you incinerate girls. Got it.
Demon bear lives inside of us and feeds off of our fear.
That'll help a kid sleep.
Shut up, Berto.
No, I'm with Berto on this one. And it also plays right into her power, unfortunately.
So when you're born, bear is tiny, and the older you get, the more afraid we become. The bigger and the stronger the bear gets. He made this for me so that I would always remember how small it was when I was born.
You can safely tell a kid this if they don't have nightmare manifesting powers, but Danny's gonna destroy her town. I mean, if the bear was tiny when she was a baby, and then you grow up and you get bigger, and your fear gets bigger, it's the same thing behind if I tell you to not think about elephants, what are you gonna think about? You're gonna think about a giant demon bear.
I'm the most powerful mutant here.
That checks out. Guys being dudes. Flirting and more flirting?
Yeah, who is the superior she's always talking about?
Isn't it obvious?
Ha! In a chair and doing the temple touch thing. People we feel like we've known forever are celebrities to these kids.
I killed my dad.
Sincere emoting from Jonathan makes me want to rewatch Stranger Things, and that's fine by me. It took me a second to realize why the kids don't question the gravestone numbers in succession. They don't know what numbers they are, or even that they have assigned numbers.
Oh my god.
Rain showing Danny the... rain.
Ooh, scary.
Here and there. So this is a short movie. It's 94 minutes for myriad reasons, and maybe this relationship felt a tad forced to you at first. You probably noticed it being played up, but now on my second viewing I'm realizing that the first half of the movie has been largely about getting them together. Rain is the first person Danny sees. After Ileana hazes her, Rain literally saves her life. Twice actually. And then she gives her an actual tour, which would be a huge deal to someone feeling all alone. Then they shower together, which will... well, you know. And then after a rough night and day for both of them, Danny is clearly smitten already when she goes to check on Rain. Then they dance and sit awfully close on the couch, which leads me to the most important part. They're attracted to each other, and Rain says this.
Never done this before.
With the girl?
With anyone.
And there's a very good chance that Rain never even admitted an attraction to girls before, given her upbringing, and even if Danny had, it's not like girls like Rain grow on trees. So Danny feeling like she made her up is just confirmation that it all feels almost too good to be true. Not to mention the they're both mutants thing. I know, I can almost hear the reply to this, that if you have to explain it this much, it's not self-evident. Yeah, I get that. But again, short movie. Also, we've all watched 1 million movies where there's no chemistry between two actors and then all of a sudden they're in love in the end, so this is better than that.
They're beautiful.
Also compliments. Okay, that's a fun but creepy reveal. This, less so, but the crossover of X-Men fans and horror fanatics probably isn't the biggest, so I get keeping it mild, other than this. Did he just evaporate half the pool? Or was the pool being full part of the illusion? I'm going with dropping the sun into the water boiled it out of there because it's more fun.
The demon bear.
It's fine to remind us that we're in a comic book world, but again, like, why even give it a name? You're just making it more dangerous. Huh. So Danny must have seen Gabriella's video too? But wait, wasn't part of the premise that there were no mutants left? Also, did they know what happened to Xavier? I have so many questions. Lockheed is right, which... So I know Lockheed is alive by the end, but does he actually talk to Ileana in puppet form? Also, poor Shadowcat, first they give Wolverine the time travel job in Days of Future Past, and now Lockheed? Maybe Disney will be smart and bring Elliot Page back for a new X-Men character. It's even worse when you remember that Danny asked her about the first brand when they were in the showers, so it would obviously be on her mind, and it's like this almost too vulnerable confirmation of her fears, as it is with everyone else, which is why the sphere is so terrifying, and I'd definitely destroy the universe accidentally if it were real. Uncool, but Ileana was going to choke her out, and she finally gets a chance to show that she can actually control her power.
And it made them smile.
Sneakily setting up what these masked guys were to her, just monsters with only the smiles. That's Mr. Sinister, all right. Weird DNA stealer.
Let's live a bit longer, Rain Sinclair.
Let's live a little longer, Danny Moonstar.
Does saying Rain's name cancel out the weirdness from when Rain said hers? Or is she ribbing her? Yeah, it's one of those. Did we just hit the end of Metal Gear Solid? No? Best is yet to come vibes? Anybody? Again, the same as Rain's fears coming to life, now we see the way Ileana remembers her abusers, who were most likely just normal-looking humans, but the only thing that stuck in her memory was the smiles at her pain, which would clearly make the smile evil to her. Thus, this. Subtle, Reyes, but I would say this is actually evidence that she believes she's doing the right thing, even hoping Danny will understand, like a way to assuage her own guilt.
Sometimes, the most humane thing to do is put it to sleep.
Saving your sort of buddy seems like an acquaintance. I guess they mostly get along.
You're the most powerful mutant we've ever had.
I'm the most powerful mutant here.
Oh, I guess she was wrong. But similar to Jean Grey, she's just destructive until she can harness the power. So I'm gonna say that soul sword wielding, stepping disc teleporting, puppet dragon loving, eye glowy magic is currently the most powerful. Also, she's sorcerer supreme of an entire universe, or dimension, I guess. Brutal. I'm now noticing the Mr. Sinister head symbol pin Reyes is wearing. Ha, that little ear twitch. I like that they showed Rain has the ability to change partially and use her wolf senses.
Do something!
Oh, come on! Oh, okay. Magic to the rescue. Also, badass good girl. Also, great details with the soul sword having cut the wire cage in the walls, leaving glowing blue streaks.
That was so hot.
Character continuity. Alright, so I was off about the reflection because it's in all of them. I'm guessing it's just light hitting the outside curvature of the CRT glass or something from whatever image they keyed into the monitors, but hey, it's his forehead symbol again. Brutal. But the mildest way to do a death scene ever, just show her force fields disappearing. Soul Sword is pretty dope.
That thing will kill you!
He's right, it's magic.
So am I.
Ha, she is, but with a K. I appreciate that they kept Ileana's stepping disc teleporting system accurate, since she always has to go through limbo to get where or when she's going. Lockheed's alive, or real now. Based on how that tooth is smoking, I would say that's some necessary and free dental work. Now that's an entrance.
Speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out.
Days of Future Past was the only other time I used that for Blink, so I think it's fair to use it here. But see, you didn't do the superhero landing, which is why you got hurt. And that would make Deadpool sad, and also your brother, obviously, because Colossus wouldn't want Deadpool to be sad.
Birdo! Nut up!
Encouragement? Would you call this benchmarking? That's really more of a pew. Is this pew research? No. I swear, someone's been messing with my funds this week.
I'm in charge now. Control.
Hey, just like the evil doctor taught her.
Control. But this does not define you. This is not who you are.
Thank you. Thanks, all of you, for saving me.
You saved us.
I mean, technically, if you had just let the bear kill Danny, you would have been all set, but I get what you're saying. Let's just agree y'all saved each other and did the right thing. Aw, and everyone is letting go of their past. Ileana slashes up some smiley bros, Danny with her necklace, Sam with his coal, and Berto with his doctor's bloody boot. Also his clothes that were always too dirty for him.
One bear is all things good. The other is all things evil. Fear, shame, and self-destruction.
You forgot talking to puppets, but whatever. The New Mutants isn't my favorite X-Men movie, it's not my least favorite either. I think the biggest compliment I can give it is that it tried something different, and with a little more time to work on it, I think it could have been really great. Even Logan great if they'd leaned more into the horror genre and let the script breathe a little. The thing is, Josh Boone wanted to do reshoots, but after pushing the movie off 89 times, all the actors had aged way too much and it just wasn't gonna work. If I had complaints from the first viewing, the accents were initially off-putting, although I got used to them. The pace is steady but fast. Even after defending their relationship, Rain and Danny could have used like one more day together, and although the complete absence of any other people or staff in the hospital adds to the creep factor and more intimate story, it's also hard to believe and makes it feel low budget at times. I'm mostly disappointed because the cast and crew just kept getting hit with bad luck. Even if this movie isn't exactly what it could have been, I still would like to see Boone's 2 sequels he had in mind with this cast, because I really enjoy the chemistry of this cast. The only character that wasn't developed all that much was Berto, but even he was consistent throughout.
I'm gonna marry that girl.
Although I do love how angry he gets whenever he sunspots it up. Sam wasn't fully fleshed out either, but it was easier to commiserate with him and understand why he punishes himself. A lot of that is thanks to Charlie Heaton. Anya Taylor-Joy is excellent. She kind of rides that line between sympathetic villain and hero. And I think that's one thing this movie and its now Never Gonna Happen sequels could have done exceptionally well, better than Suicide Squad could have, where you have kids pushed down the wrong path and what that looks like as they grow up. This movie gave us the reasons why they'd be scared of their powers. The only one who really isn't is Ileana because her powers actually saved her. But that's also why she's a little more twisted than the rest. Maisie Williams is also outstanding. Her accent didn't bother me. I'm sure some actual Scots might have something different to say. And then Blue Hunt plays a teenager very well for a woman in her 20s. Again, I think she would have benefited from some reshoots or a few extra takes here and there. I get the feeling that the tone shifted throughout production and sometimes it just doesn't work correctly. But she's still really great. Her monologue is awesome and the way she interacts with Maisie feels genuine. But I'd love to see them all back together at Disney, so do that, Disney. It's unlikely, but either way, I'm excited to see what Disney does since we have no other option at this point. Alright, so I have 3 more movies planned for the year, but depending on how it goes, 2 of them might be a part 1 and part 2 because it's one of my favorite movies of the last 5 years, and I can't even show a teaser without giving it away.
What is the most resilient parasite? A virus? An idea. Resilient, highly contagious. Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
My question is, what happens when you start messing with the physics of it all?